Alright, this is Android here, and I'm going to be casting a game between Moggels and dZdou. This is a Protoss player in the left part of the map and a Zerg player in the right part of the map. I'll actually say, I'll be lying when I say it's the bottom left corner, kinda, but still I'll say it. So it's in the bottom left corner and Zerg player is in bottom top right corner, of course, sorry. Both of these players are pretty good. I think they're both, I think it's Diamond versus Platinum. I'm not going to reveal who's who actually, because I can't be arsed, and I'm not actually sure I'm right, so let's just open the production tab here. Let's see what's going on. He's making an Overlord, he's scouting right next to himself, very standard. And Moggels is going to block off his ramp, which is also very standard. So some standard stuff going on right now in 9 pylon, then scout, scout right on the other side of the map just to see what's going on. Standard play so far. No real early probe sent for some shees or other shenanigans like that, it seems. A second Overlord coming, just gonna scout with it. A drone scouting. Very standard scouting from dZdou. Of course, dZdou is not going to find his opponent very fast, despite double scouting like this. He's scouting relatively early for a Zerg, I think. At least personally, personally I scout at that moment, but many Zergs don't. So he's trying to scout out his opponent, Moggels, who's blocking off the ramp with Gateway to be able to fend off eventual 6 or 8 bull shees or whatever, you should always do this as Protoss, at least in my opinion. He will be able to position the Zealot here and block. Actually, I think this is a little bit too big, but I could be wrong. Zealot might be able to block. Anyways, the point of doing this is of course blocking with the Zealot. He's popping up on a simulator, so probably no early pressure coming out. He might be going for early Stalkers or something. Personally, I like to pressure relatively early against Zerg as Protoss, but doesn't seem to be how Moggels plays. We can see spawning pool coming up here actually after the hatchery, so if he went for a fast pressure with like 2 gate, as I said, he would have probably, or at least maybe be able to. He's putting up a pylon here, probably going to block off the ramp. That can prove very, very awesome for Moggels. He's probably going to be trying to deal a lot of damage with his Zealot here. It's actually early pressure, despite that. I thought it was not going to be early pressure because of this assimilator and cybernetic core, but it's actually getting Zealots from just 1 gateway with a lot of supply being ready to be used. It's probably because of that pylon. He's putting up a forge! He's putting up an offensive forge! This is a... oh my god, this is a strategic move by Moggels. This is not a cannon rush by any means. It's not rush, he just saw the expo and he decided that it's a really good idea to put up the pylon and the forge, and so he did. The pylon will probably go down, it seems, though, from these 2 links, and the Zealot is not able to do anything. A photon cannon is coming up. He needs to replace the pylon with a new one, or the photon cannon is not actually going to be able to do anything. He needs to block here with his Zealot, or the links are going to be able to sneak out. Yes, he's looking to do that. He's going to be blocking with the Zealot, it seems, and he's popping up another pylon, and the cannon is going to be powered. Trying to pound down the spine crawler, and the Queen comes out. This is some real offensive going on as he's taking warp gates and macroing his base at the same time. Moggels is playing really nicely right now, but it seems that he will not be able to finish the aggression as the Queen is just almost going down. A Zealot goes down, he doesn't have anything more coming in. More Zerglings coming in, a Queen goes down. The other Queen is still alive with 5 hit points, unfortunately for Moggels. Being able to almost being able to kill both of the Queens would have justified this push, but I think Moggels didn't really benefit a lot from this. Of course, I don't know. I'm actually very impressed by the way Moggels play this. This was a really impressive, awesome move by Moggels, and really unorthodox and really good strategic response in every way. Honestly, I am really impressed. However, it seems that dZdou is going to make a counterattack here, and this Stalker might have problems defending it himself as a Zealot gets warped in just in time. The Zealot manages to get behind him, although he manages to squeeze past. I can't help but think the Zerglings would have probably been able to squeeze past as well. However, Moggels was able to fend that attack off, and dZdou, let's just take a look at the economics here. dZdou is at a slight disadvantage right now because he was forced to make so many links, but he's now got an expo up, so he's got 2 hatcheries making drones, and he's probably going to be at an economical advantage soon, unless he keeps making links, which he is. He's probably going for a push, as he's also getting a roach warren. This can be a really exciting early push. The roach warren is up. He's probably gonna want to make a lot of roaches now and then attack. If Moggels manages to fight that off, he might be able to gain an economical advantage if he also expands before that, but right now it seems they are both pretty equal on harvesters, and Moggels attempts to make another move. It seems that dZdou's move and choice to make a lot of links is actually paying off, as he's got, I think, too many links for Moggels to be able to push through. Moggels really wants to keep pressure up though, checks the gold expo, nothing there to see, and he's just looking to keep dZdou contained right now. Moggels really needs to expand, but at the same time he needs to get a lot of forces up. The cost of the cannon strategic push he did, the strategic cannon push he did earlier is really showing off now, as he's moving forwards with the stalkers, but the zealots are just too far away. They really need to get there. The stalkers are getting picked off by the Zerglings, and he's warping in more zealots. Oh my god, I am being so clumsy right now with my shoutcasting, but who cares? This game is really exciting, so it's of course understandable. And the stalkers just went down from a huge boner mistake from Moggels. That was really not good, man, and he's morphing in even more, Jesus Christ, warping in, of course, is warping in even more zealots, and he's expanding, but he really needs to get some sentries and or stalkers up. Otherwise, oh my god, Mutalisks coming. He didn't even use the roach warren. These Mutalisks are going to be a pain for the zealots, but I do not believe this amount of Zerglings can fight them off on his own. However, it seems that Moggels only have zealots right now, and that's not going to help him very much against Mutalisks. There are only 3 Mutalisks right now. Oh my god, he did use his roach warren. I'm sorry, he did. The Mutalisks want to kill the zealots, but they probably saw the stalkers warp in, I guess, or they just decided not to, and they're going to make a move on the base instead, as he's morphing in even more Mutalisks. I'm just gonna go back to the strategic move by Moggels before. I am so impressed by that move. That is really nicely played by Moggels. Unfortunately, it did not pay off very well, and then he lost his stalkers, which is also unfortunate because they would have helped a lot at fighting away this Mutalisk push. I guess dZdou saw that he had a lot of zealots though, and that is why he decided to go Mutalisks, which is the exact right choice. Unfortunately, Moggels did not go for a Stargate, rather he went for a robotics facility. It's going to be really tough for him to deal with these Mutalisks, as he's warping in a stalker. He really needs to get more stalkers in. Yes, 3 more stalkers warping in. I'm not sure. He should be able to fight off the push eventually with his 6 warp gate, but the damage can possibly be too big by then, as he's getting a lot of roaches now, which is probably going to allow dZdou to dominate the ground, and he's expanding to the gold. It's not looking good for Moggels right now, but he did manage to fight off the Mutalisks, it seems, and he's got 3 stalkers right now, probably morphing in more stalkers, expecting even more Mutalisks. But dZdou is transitioning to ground. I am sorry for my poor shoutcasting this game. That is just terrible, as I'm getting some whispers from Vertical Care, probably because I have forgotten to set myself to busy, which I am, so now it's probably going to stop bothering me. I'm going to get back to him after the game, of course. Alright, let's get back to the game here. Let's just take a look at the production tab. The income's pretty even right now, but the gold is up. The Mutalisks are moving in to destroy a pylon, it seems, but that pylon is not actually, I think it's only powering maybe the side. No, not even. It's not actually powering anything on its own. No. So dZdou is moving to the probes instead, which is of course the right choice in this situation. Moggels is trying to warp in enough stalkers to deal with